Good afternoon. First off, I want to thank our producers, processors, industry, grocers, restaurants, everyone involved in Canada and P.E.I.'s food supply chain. During these unprecedented times, we need to ensure that we provide healthy, safe food to everyone. The agriculture industry is an essential service for our community. It's a key pillar to Prince Edward Island's economy. The agri-food sector represents 7.6% of the province's GDP. Approximately 4,600 people are employed in the agriculture sector on P.E.I. About 1/3 of the province's exports is related to agri-food. That's $475 million. P.E.I.'s agriculture industry is vital for the food security, both locally, nationally, and internationally. And it is such a big part of our community across Prince Edward Island. We want to work with our agriculture industry to make sure it's strong now and to make sure it's strong after this health crisis. I'm pleased to announce today that the Department of Agriculture and Land is making changes to two important programs. The federal provincial business risk management programs will help farmers manage risk that has threatened the viability of their farm operations. For the next 2 years, Agri-Stability program will change. The provincial portion of the costs to increase the coverage level from the program from 70% to 85%. This will help all farmers and producers across P.E.I. We will also be covering the provincial costs of removing the reference margin limit. This will have a positive impact on the livestock industry. We are also pleased to offer interim payments up to 75%. We know we need to get the money into the producers' hands quickly, and this will help. This package will provide $5.6 million in additional support for farmers over 2 years. In 2020, sign-up deadline for the program has been extended from April 30th to July 3rd. We know producers need more time, so that's why we have extended these deadlines. We're making changes to our agri-insurance program too. There will be 10% discount to producers' share of the insurance premiums for 2 years. This will save farmers an estimated $3.2 million over this period of time. I'm encouraging all producers to look into P.E.I.'s business risk management programs to see how they can help. If you have any questions on these changes or the programs in general, please reach out to the Agri-Insurance Corporation staff. To the potato industry, I am pleased to announce that the government of Prince Edward Island is investing $4.7 million to help mitigate the potato surplus because of the market conditions related to COVID-19. The P.E.I. Potato Board will receive this funding to help the potato industry with shipping and storage of 2019 potatoes. This will help that no product is lost, so that farmers are in good position in 2020 growing season. This project is a cooperative effort between the provincial government, producers, and processor. It will help resolve the substantial market issues to ensure these potatoes will now be a source of safe, quality food for our food security. As government, we recognize that the current situation creating uncertainty in our farm community. It's bringing significant emotional and mental stress. Now is the time to be open a bit with each other on the challenges and support each other. Resources like the Farmer Assist Program and farmerstalk.ca are available to help with mental and emotional strain that farmers, farm families, and farm workers are feeling. Thank you for our federal partners for their support on Canadian Agriculture Partnership and Business Risk Management programs. These programs are available to support the agriculture industry, and our department looks forward to working with the sector to support our businesses. Our government's top priority right now is the protection of lives in this health crisis. We recognize that there is an economic cost to COVID-19 and the public health measures that are in place. We are in regular discussion with the agriculture industry. I speak to individual farmers, commodity groups, and major processors. And this will continue. And we will continue to be there for our farmers. Doing this together is how we're going to get through this. I've said it from the beginning. Everyone involved in food development and delivery is essential to our province, to our country, and to the world. Thank you. I'll now hand it over to Minister Fox.
Well, thank you, Mr. Thompson. After many weeks of discussion and speculation across the industry, the Federal Department of Fisheries and Oceans has announced that the spring lobster fishery in the Gulf will be opening on May the 15th. I want to recognize this has been a difficult time for the fishing industry, dealing with the impacts of COVID-19. While not the opening date is what every fisher wanted, we respect the federal decision. There is clarity now, and this will allow the industry to focus on preparing for the upcoming challenges associated with the 2020 spring lobster season. Our department and industry partners have been working together with the Chief Public Health Office to have COVID-19 guidelines established to help on the fishing boats, on the wharf, and in the processing facilities. And I want to thank industry for the leadership that they have shown through this difficult time. I also want to encourage all industry members to take COVID precautions seriously and do everything they can to protect themselves, their co-workers, and the community from this illness. Along with my provincial colleagues across the country, I continue to advocate for our seafood industry, engaging with the federal department and the government on need for the support for our seafood sector and programs to support industry through the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government has done well to develop supports for Canadians and many other industries. And we need to know that they will be there for our industry as it works through these challenging times. I hope everyone has a safe and successful season for 2020. I also want to take time and take a minute to thank our province's municipal governments for the great work that they have been doing during this time in promoting health restrictions and precautions and physical distancing. The Communities Division of my department is in regular contact with municipal governments to help them find ways to continue to deliver programs and services to their residents. This is very difficult to do at a time when it isn't possible to hold public or council meetings in order to pass the annual budget. There are a number of possible options for municipalities seeking to continue to do business under COVID-19, including the use of virtual applications. There's frequently asked questions page for municipalities on government's COVID-19 website, and our staff are helping communities as much as possible over the phone and through email. Our Rural Growth Initiative continues to be available to help small communities and rural groups with local projects. We're still working to approve projects and expect to see some going ahead in the very near future. A lot of people are probably wondering about the prospects for employment this summer. As I mentioned previously, the Employment Development Agency has several programs that support job creation and hiring across the province, including special projects, Rural Jobs Initiative, and Jobs for Youth. I want to remind employers who are interested in hiring youth this summer that the Jobs for Youth program is accepting applications until the end of April. Employers can also apply under Team Seafood, Team Construction, and Farm Team programs through Skills P.E.I. Whether you're looking for work, are hoping to hire someone, and think you can benefit from one of these programs, or if you just want more information on how we may be able to help, I encourage you to contact our department. These are unusual times, but there are still many opportunities across our province for us to work together. I want to thank you, and I'll now open the floor up for media questions.
Sam York, CBC. Good afternoon. My question is for Minister Thompson. I'm wondering what P.E.I. has a plan to protect growers and producers in the farming and processing industries to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
So we are we are very fortunate on Prince Edward Island that our processing has been able to continue during this time. And because we're seeing in other places across the country and through North America where they've had outbreaks of COVID in their facilities. And the processors here that we've talked with are taking all precautions. They're taking this very seriously because they know the importance of it. It's the PPE they're using. They're using plexiglass to divide from other workers. They're taking the social distancing. They're changing their work hours. So they're working very hard to mitigate any risk that they possibly have. But they're doing a great job.
Do you feel that the province has enough of these protective equipment supplies?
Talking to the health minister today, he assured us that we are in good shape on the PPE and that we will continue to have enough. And we're expecting another shipment in a few days, we're told. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nicole Williams, CBC.
Hello to you both. My first question is for Minister Thompson. Just wanting to know how fast will this financial aid get to farmers? And also, have you talked to the federal government about agricultural aid?
So this funding, the funding that we are putting out today, it'll be immediate. This is immediate help for the producers on the island. And for the business risk management, we were on a call today with the federal minister and all our counterparts across the country. And we are waiting for their support on the business risk management programs. We decided to do it ourselves on Prince Edward Island. We're taking the initial step. We're the first province to do it across Canada, and we're waiting for the federal government to step in, but if they don't step in, we're prepared to do it on our own. So we anticipate that the federal government will come in on the business risk management and help us with that increased payments.
Thank you. And my next question is for Minister Fox. I'm wondering what your response is to fishermen who think the survey they did was a waste of time.
The P.E.I., they reached out to all their memberships, and I was very impressed with the amount that they actually reached out to. They put forth 2 dates, the 6th and the 13th, but at the end, it is the responsibility and the decision of the federal minister, Minister Jordan, to make that decision. And so she was the one that made this decision after input was put in there by the P.E.I.
Okay, thank you.
Stu Neepy, The Guardian.
Hi, good afternoon to both of you. For Minister Thompson, I've just wondered if you can tell me a little bit about the potato surplus that you mentioned from the 2019 growing season. How big of a surplus are we talking about, like I guess just in terms of weight?
So in discussions with the potato board, and there was over 100 million pounds of potatoes left to be processed, and there was a great concern that that wouldn't happen, and so these are measures that we came up with the potato board and talking to the processor, the best way that we can help to get these potatoes ensured they're not we're not dumping potatoes, we're not wasting food. This was the best solution that came forward.
And just as a follow-up to that, is the reason that there's as big of a surplus as there is largely because of the limits from Cavendish Farms in terms of what they've been able to buy from producers this year?
No, it's the potatoes. The potatoes are there. It's the fact that the French fry, the restaurants are closed down, so the French fry, the business has changed. So the market for the French fries has changed, so they have to change in direction, and they're taking a chance, but we're going to store these French fries and potatoes for as long as we can and process them and make sure nothing's wasted.
Okay, thanks very much.
Laurent Lavoie.
Yes, good afternoon. I have a question for Minister Fox. So the spring season for lobster will be extended. I mean, it will last the same duration as last year?
Thank you. No, the season will start on the 15th, but the end date will stay as normal unless there's a request by the Fishermen's Association to extend the date or change that date.
Okay, and just another question about that. The snow crab season will start tomorrow. Why is there a difference between the snow crab season and the lobster season in terms of date?
They are two different complete fisheries. The snow crab date was picking after industry there recommended that date to the federal minister, and that's what she decided for that fishery. So you're talking about two distinct different fisheries, two different associations that are different, and it's up to the association when talking to their membership to put a date or any change request into the federal minister.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'd like to thank everybody today for your questions. Enjoy your day.